The plan to withdraw some 2,000 U.S. troops from Syria has raised concern that other parties in the conflict could move in to fill the void. Turkey has announced an offensive against the Kurds, and Russia is suspected of planning to move into the oil-rich area once the Americans leave. Israel has warned about Iran's interference. There have also been warnings that Islamic State could launch an effort to retake the territory it had lost. Since then, Trump has said the withdrawal would take time.
We are pulling back in Syria. We're going to be removing our troops. I never said we're doing it that quickly, but we're decimating ISIS.
Trump dispatched his national security advisor to the Middle East to discuss the withdrawal with regional allies Turkey and Israel.
Right on your border, we have the problem of the conflict in Syria. We're going to be discussing the president's decision to withdraw, but to do so from northeast Syria in a way that makes sure that ISIS is defeated and is not able to revive itself and become a threat again, and to make sure that the defense of Israel and our other friends in the region is absolutely assured, and to take care of those who have fought with us against ISIS and other terrorist groups.
Kurds were at the forefront of the ground offensive against Islamic State, both in Iraq and in Syria. A U.S. withdrawal makes them vulnerable to attacks by the Syrian government forces and by Turkey. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has agreed to postpone, but not cancel, an offensive which he says is aimed at removing terrorists from northern Syria.
The phone call with Mr. Trump, contacts by diplomacy and security units, and announcements made by the Americans prompted us to wait for some time. But of course, this is not an open-ended waiting period.
Bolton said the U.S. withdrawal would not take place without Turkey's agreement not to kill the Kurds. He also called on the Kurds to stand firm and refrain from seeking a deal with the Syrian government, whose President Bashar al-Assad seems to be regaining acceptance by other Arab leaders. Zlatica, Hoke, VOA News, Washington.